Well, we're here to finish this puppy up. I did shoot some clear on it already. It'll be fine. So we're going to sand it out and polish it up and make sure that it looks 100% fixed. That and I'm going to tell you a story about AT&T. You know, I used to have AT&T 20 years ago, and it was decent. I had a Motorola flip phone, and it worked good. I mean, it was old technology. Then they went away from analog to digital and made everybody get these stupid smartphones. Well, everybody knows that I'm going to be streaming Brodak live. I got to have internet. So the hotspot that I normally use quit working several months ago. And I didn't know it because it was just in the bag. You know, it was winter time. I forgot about it, is what it was. So I decided I'd go to Best Buy and buy a hotspot. Well, I get to Best Buy to buy that hotspot, and I let some slick young guy sell me an AT&T phone with internet hotspot activated on it. It all worked good yesterday. Everything was going along fine. This morning I get up and my number's been suspended. What? They suspended my number. Something about porting. So I go at noon to Best Buy. Of course, the guy who sold me the phone is not there. A couple of his compadres are there. Some girl. I'm freaking out, man. I'm just fit to be tied after all this internet baloney. And so from 12 o'clock till about 3:30, I'm there. And I said, you know what? Forget it. Cancel the order. Give me a refund. Well, they wanted to charge me a restocking fee. Yeah, no, we're not charging me a restocking fee for you guys to screw up. It was a nice phone, too. So I said, you know what? I'll fix it myself. Left there, went to Walmart, bought an internet card because my phone is capable of being a hotspot. I just didn't have the service, so I called up my old carrier, and within a half an hour, we had it sorted out and it's up and working again, and I didn't lose my number. So the moral of the story is, do I recommend AT&T? Absolutely not. And that's a shame. They were America's giant for years and years and years. That's enough of my rant, I guess. What I'm using here is 2000 grit sandpaper ATX, or you can use Sikkens or Prepsol or whatever. Anything to lube it up. Now remember, there's a big hole there. A big hole. So that looks kind of flat. Let's get a little more right in here. It's got to be absolutely flat before it will polish up. And it doesn't matter where the repair is on your airplane. You can do this anywhere, on the fuselage, on the wing, on the wheel pan, on the cowl. Same exact way. That's what makes dope so nice. It really forgiving. But you got to be able to, you got to be willing to sand. Is it perfect? No, it's probably not perfect like it was when it was brand new, but you won't be able to tell. And that's all that counts, because who's going to get on your airplane with a magnifying glass and, hey, look at that right there? So it went through this color, and this color. I painted all three. Like I say, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. We're going to need paper towel and rubbing compound. So is anybody interested in buying that airplane right there? The Vortex. Or the Caramba? I would like to know which one to bring. And we can price it with an engine or without an engine. Takes a Super Tiger 60 and a 6-ounce tank. Okay, get some towel. I won't be selling this one. However, I might sell the orange one. Of course, I got to repair it first. We might get that out. Let's get that out after this rub out here, and we'll repair that. So remember, if you're thinking about going to AT&T, don't bother. Total waste. What a joke. And this probably won't be the last you hear of it, because I am smoking hot. Okay. Give her a whirl, Earl. We need to rub right there. We need to rub her right there. And to think, back in the 60s, I didn't do any machine polishing. I just hand rubbed everything. Isn't technology great? Unless it comes to telephones and computers, then you can't win. My lady was saying, I missed the phones that hang on the wall that had some weight that you could slam down. Now it's you click. That's all you get. You gotta be careful. Burn the paint. Burn the paint. Need to get that out right there. This whole airplane really needs to be gone over again, but I'm not going to bore you with that. We'll go ahead and fix that other one. I added about 25 or 30% retarder in this clear because it's so humid here today. And I know you're only supposed to add 10%, but I always cheat. Yeah, not perfect, but not bad. It'll pass. Might take some more sanding right in here. Sanding is what gives you shine. Let's see here what this looks like on the big screen. And it looks, I don't know, you can't see it. What do you guys think? Does it look all right? Looking at this on the big screen, I can sure see where I messed up on initial sanding. Right here on this rib right here. It ain't perfect. That's the way it goes. Let's sand it and we'll do it one more time. Each time it'll get better. Till I sand through. Let's see, this is 2000. Maybe I need some 1500. Starting to pick some blue up. You see how it's getting dark right there? That means stop. We went through the clear. This is not bad here though. Let's get after this a little bit down back here. Stay off the navy blue, insignia blue. I wonder what it would take to sand right through the paper. It would take a lot. Don't forget, tomorrow night is the hangout. Because we're getting close to Brodak, I might do a couple more videos tomorrow. I got to do some different things. I got to grab my generator out of the nose of the cargo box of the trailer, and we're going to take out the spark plug and clean the carburetor and so on and so forth. I might show you guys how to go through do that. It's a Tillotson, so looks good from New Zealand on your phone. Eh? Yeah, not bad. I knew it would be okay. I mean, I've done it. I've done it so many times you can't believe it. Just part of flying, you know. It's you're going to have these airplanes and keep them in nice shape. You're going to be repairing them all the time. I don't care how careful you are, you're always going to ding them up. I got a spot on the rudder I should fix too before Brodak. I sure hope I got enough streaming power to stream Brodak. Stupid computers. We got 12 watchers. If you'd like to help me out, between now and the end of the month is the time to send a super chat to help me out for Brodaks. Not during Brodaks. I mean, it helps, but it don't help me out for Brodaks. I'm doing the best I can getting the equipment ready to go. As far as the streaming equipment, I'll videotape it anyway, but I would like to live stream it so I don't have to edit. Okay. We got 9. I need to get some paste wax on this thing too. Of course, then it makes it hard to repair. Shit, we got a little dinger right there. How the hell did that happen? But it's hard to believe this airplane's 2 years old already. There we go. That'll do it. That'll be fine. Looks bad to me because I know exactly where it is. But it's going to be a fit for somebody to see it. Now there's the spray. I don't like this stuff, but it's all I got. I usually use turtle wax with Carnauba, the spray and shine. It is the best. There's another spot I miss sanding or over sand or whatever I did there. It doesn't go all the way to the edge where it should. So if I had to redo this, if I had to recover it, I'd mark those out and fix them before I recovered it. But it's just a tool, so we're not going to recover it. We're going to build another one before we do that. Lighter. I wish it was 50 ounces. Hey, Wayne, thank you. All right, there we go. There is the finished product. I'll bring your attention right to the hole. The hole was right here. Can you see it? Yeah, maybe a little. Let's zoom in a little more. Not really. That looks a little funky right here, but it'll be fine. Nothing but a thing. Okay, do we want to fix the other one or continue working on this one? You tell me, you want to see me fix the other one or finish this one? When I say finish, there's some spots, dings on the rudder right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix this, I guess. Won't be much to dust some paint on that. Put some clear on it. Fix the other one, huh? All right, let me get it. I'll fix this later. The other one's going to be a little more challenging. Okie dokie. We need to really wipe this one down. Boy, it's got kind of overspray. So we want to swap cameras here. Bang it around. You don't think it's got overspray on it? Man. Got quite a bit of tip weight in it too. So our repair is right here. Fuck. So first thing I need to do is wipe it off with ATX. Get all the growth off of it. Overspray, it's a lot of overspray on it. Let's see, we had ATX in this, so we don't have to go get it. We ain't got to go get the gallon jar. We'll just a lot of shit. Okay. Okay. Be good enough for now. I'll clean it up later. I think I'm going to cut off these flaps and do a different set of flaps too. Solid set. Because if I remember right, I had a warp or twist in them, and I twisted them out, but they look pretty good though. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go with it as is. We'll get a motor and tank back in this one and make it go. Okay, let's get some tissue. ATX is wax and grease remover. by Sherwin-Williams. $85 a gallon. It's an absolute joke what shit costs. This was my favorite Viper here. I like this one a lot better than Simply Blues, but everybody else likes Simply Blues, so we got to go with what you know. All right, so we got to get the brush. We got the brush. I have quite a bit of retarder in that, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to be careful not to melt it. Okay, that's that. Thank you, Roy. You notice I did not cut out the silk span out of the hole, because when I take this brush, I'm going to dip down, and the silk span is going to come up underneath it and lay it out level. That way I don't have a hole there. We're going to poke that up like so and set this down on there. Really too long. Let me cut off a little bit. We'll cut off a little bit. Let me get the scissors. I don't want to make this harder than I have to. When I get back from Rodak, gonna make a rack, gonna clean out the shop, gonna rearrange the benches. 100% different than what it is now. 100%. What the hell happened to the scissors? I've got to glue them pods together too, because Danny's gonna make me a professional fuselage mold. I'm just a hack. As far as the molds go, I can't find a pair of scissors. Isn't that something? I know I got 4 or 5 pairs of them sitting here on the bench somewhere. There we are, 2 pair. Now I'm cutting this straight, but it's going to end up in the hinge line, so it doesn't matter. Except I can't cut it, so I have to tear it. All that for nothing. There we go. There it is. That fell down in there. You dog. You bitch. I think that patch is too big anyway, though. Okay. I'll go out one more time. All right, now the dope. Let's wipe off a little bit of the water, though. I'm gonna blush like a big dog. Blush like a big dog. You see my gold leaf is pulling up. Not enough clear on it. Oh well. We'll address that issue too. Make it look beautiful. Now, for all intents and purposes, I could fly this after 3 coats. I mean, but we don't want it looking like a rag, so we'll fix it. You'll notice I put quite a bit of dope down in the center to try to attach the silk span patch to those broken pieces underneath. We'll do 3 coats like this, and then 3 coats spray, and then we'll hit it with sandpaper, and then 3 colors: black or white, black, and orange. And the progression of paint will be white first over the whole spot, all the way up into the orange. Then tape off the line, and then do the orange, and then do the black stripe. They're about the same. I think this one's lighter though than the other one. This was the first one I built in the series. So the reason why it would be lighter is it had my better wood in it. And if Brodak doesn't want to charge an exorbitant amount of money for wood, I'll probably pick up some wood at Brodak's. But the last time I was there, they wanted $1 million for a block. I said, nah, you keep it. It ain't like it when John was alive. You know, he would sell it to you for cost. And that was a pretty good deal. Now they're out to get you. They get you too. So we're going to sit down and wait a minute. What do you guys want to talk about? Drink some of my water here while I wait. Okay, where's the mouse? Oh, way over there, of course. Yeah, I'll let that dry for a minute, and then we'll go again. I like this one the best myself. Doesn't have quite enough clear on it, but we can fix that. Just dust. Not quite shiny enough. Needs another quart of clear on it, and that'll bring it up to that weight, which is 53. I think this one's 52. If you would like to see what it weighs without an engine and tank in it, I'll show you. I mean, it's light. I think it's probably in the, I don't know, 20, I'd say 27 ounces. You know, I don't know. I have to weigh it and see. But I think it's right there, 27. Let's do that. Let's weigh it up, see what it weighs. Only bad thing is I stand to poke a hole in it when I'm mucking around with it. Poke a hole. Don't want to do that. Yeah, that could be wrong. It could be 30 ounces. I have no clue. I know that it weighed 52 with everything in it. I have to dust this thing off too. That's heavier than I thought. 36 and 36.2. 36 and 20, it ain't 56 ounces, so it's the, even at that, it would still make it 36 ounces or 56 ounces. But I know it's 52. my sense of weight is going away. I need to practice more. Let's wipe this side off. Look at the dust on this thing. Okay. There they are. Man, that looks a lot better. Do that. Bring back the luster of this thing. Look at the crap on that. Look at the crap. We might have to use some 91. There we go. We got her now. All right, let's put another coat of clear dope on that patch. The bottom's not bad, just the top. As it was leaning against the wall with the top exposed, you know. Ooh, got the dirt in it. Not good. Put the dirt right in it. Put the dirt right in it. There's too much retarder in this for doing this job here, but I don't feel like monkeying around. We'll just go with what we got. Now, the nice thing about doing a job like this, the only color that's a problem color is the orange, because we're going to have to blend it into the rest of the airplane. But the white, I could paint the whole flap area, so you couldn't tell. But the biggest thing is to get this to lay down so it's flat, which should not be a problem. It looks like it's doing pretty good. Yeah, wait a few minutes and put another coat on it, and then we'll start doing the spray clear on it. Now, because this is on the wing and it's out in front or whatever, I'm gonna take a little longer time to do it than I did the elevator, and I'm in no rush to fly this. So, thank you, Tony. The meaning of life for the control line pilot is frustration. Total frustration. I think she's cooking something. We had tacos. And no wonder why I'm getting fat. This is a good airplane. Plans for this are for sale. They were drawn by shit, now I can't even remember. Steve, I think. Steve. Oh, let me look here. I lose track of who I am. Steve Barry. Yeah, Steve Barry. So I'll babysit this, and it's almost dry enough to add another coat. Got that much retarder, and it dries pretty quick. You know, mostly thinner and retarder. Humidity up here is 65%. Not good. Not good at all. It needs to be 45% to spray clear. Do not expect a nice finish with 65% humidity. It will blush sure as shit. So we won't be doing any clearing on this until the humidity comes down. Because I think I'm going to clear the whole airplane. Get another quart of clear on it. Fix any of the buggers. Get another quart of clear on it. Polish it again. And be good to go. This will probably see service next year. I still got my Aegis that I need to get out and play with. PA 65. Now I got a PA 61 for sale and a PA 65 for sale. Anybody's interested, give it to you at a good deal. I'll be taking those to Brodak as well. And I got the most important part, a brand new Max header that you can't find anywhere. You know, everybody's getting older, and the tank went in the trash. That was a $100 Casminato tank. It went in the trash. Had nothing to do with the airplane. Had to do with the tank. Had a booger on the fuel pickup and a hole in it, and it just didn't want to act right. So I threw it out. $100 right in the trash. But I'm not going to burn up an engine. I think we'll take the Aegis too. I'll be taking a lot of stuff to Brodak. I was watching a video. Who did that? Let me guess. Dave Fitzgerald or Paul Walker? Yeah, that figures. It's not even worth going anymore because you know who's going to win. Simple. Just write your scores down and mail them in. I saved my $100 this year. We'll just fly N30 and be happy. You know, I can fly and practice or whatever. I don't have. It ain't worth it. That's all I know. It just ain't worth it. Till we get a different system. It's going to be the same guys. Same guys, seeing the same pilots, seeing the same maneuvers, giving the same score. Because it's the same judges. That was the nice thing about the Navy Nats. You know, you didn't know who was going to get what. Who impressed who or whatever. Not to take anything away from them because them guys are good, but we in the Midwest cannot compete with those guys on the left coast. Well, there you go. There you go. All right, guys, we got a little work done tonight. Not a whole lot, but something. Got a couple holes fixed. See, that flattened out real nice. So they get another coat on it, it'll be good. It took that paper and sucked it up to the other paper. Because otherwise, you'll have a hole there. If you cut that tissue away, you'll end up having a hole that you'll need to fill somehow. This way, you're just filling the tissue. The tip of the day, how to repair a hole. And trust me, when done right, it's barely noticeable. I dropped that paint gun through the outboard wing on my Tucker. You can't tell. Rebuilt the ribs, put them back in. Stripped the cover off down to the bare wood. And did it right from there where the joining line was and covered the whole wing. Fixed. Can't tell. And Mark loves it. I think he's flying it too nose heavy, but that's the way it goes. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And all that business. We'll come back on tomorrow and do something before the hangout. Hangout's at 7 Central. And we'll see you there. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.